Press up out of me, too. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost, get the ushers. No, I can't touch you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing sorta, falling out through the rubber. Remember this shit.
This is second nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt, Jesus will. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now pouring them out. Making my babies proud.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Love from the gun. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Elliott on the carry.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the foot.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
The 26-yard line.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been really, but 2nd down instead.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. and someone jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the Bears first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle there by George Odom.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Love now to pass on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Down right around the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 20.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
49ers.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and short, McKinnon. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. 16 yards, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there.
Jarek McKinnon.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Byron Murphy on the tackle.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
10.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7. Bears nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Love. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's got Miller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Love. Flushed out right. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 52-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Number 31.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stumped the run.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down, Chicago.
Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A gain of 9 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 33-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he finds Howard complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
The Bears, first down.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They don't know if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
To O.J. Howard.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
Love now on 2nd down. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards, a first down.
4-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
43-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40 on the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
But normally on a 3rd down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action. And when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, Yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. Now a handoff as they run left side. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Going forward with McKinnon, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good.
At the 5-yard line.
Kill, turn up. He's crossing. He's checking crack. 36. Check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That ties the game.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Intercepted. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
On the play. And it brings up third down.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5. Seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive. The Bears offense is set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. That catch good for only a couple. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw on 3rd down, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away. Down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better. And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Eddie Goldman on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up.
Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially keep this game alive at OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy to be some, you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend a hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting them to back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look. Sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it. Say your what you gon' do? Exactly. You built like that. This is second nature, all is automatic.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. Don't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
You done kill Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coexist. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why do people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. It's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, that's something on my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse when you got different views. Just know you gon' get a price, that's all the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the usher. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. The top always gonna be something in the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush love for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No city was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No city was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No city was that never be the same.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay.
Then I hit that.
Okay.
Then I hit that.
Okay.
Then I hit that. Then I hit that.
Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it nothing. Yeah, yeah, then I hit that. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Hey, mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, flying mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cash. So many couches I crashed. Shout out Zazo, Tree, and shout classy. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up.
Oh, look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. The juke can shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
Work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
Work the middle, work the middle, work the middle.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded in the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
For Carolina.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Yards to go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
First down, Panthers.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Panther first down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. With a connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6.
Here's Bridgewater.
7-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Kick is good.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Alert.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
At the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Check Mike 21. I got it. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's set a tone.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Brings up
from the 30 on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the 1st quarter with the score Panthers 7, Buccaneers 0.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Taking a shot for Samuel. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater completes it to Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Buccaneers 19-yard line.
Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To the air again with Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 11, Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From midfield, here's Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, D. Here, 72. Here I come again. Hey, go 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Go. Check it. Go. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Oh, here we go. 50.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Forced out to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 5-yard line.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
K1 short.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run it with Jones. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out. To the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the
tackle made by K1 Short.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Switch. He's coming.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 24. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Check Mike 21. I got you, boy. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Shifts free at the 15. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To DJ Moore.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Buccaneers.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
1st down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Complete.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Wide receiver.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of
The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at the 35-yard
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now he'll throw with Brady. Flush to his right. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
The 6-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like the little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At their 49-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete to Chris Manhertz. A gain of
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
10-12 Bryce.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Joey Sly for the Panther field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
By the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now... it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And another